Okay, another breaking of the day, another breaking of the trading day, 2026 to 24th of August. Oh, I must tell you how delighted I am today. You know, how happy I am, being here today. Over the weekend, a lot has, happened, and we are happy that it is always that just for the reason of we progressing, and that's why we are here doing whatever it is that we, are currently doing. Let me officially say good morning, good morning, good morning, because this is a London session, and I will say good afternoon and good evening to others that are watching us from any other planets that you're watching from. And welcome to BeaconFX, that is BeaconFX.trade, BeaconFX.trade, your go-to place, your go-to Forex crypto haven, that is HAVEN. All right. And today is Monday. I think I should say happy Monday to everyone. Happy Monday to everybody. And like what I posted on the live chat, I said new week, new candles. And I think I would also want to add new opportunities to it. So, and of course, yeah, the market has already started telling us a few stories. And I would want to focus on just a few, instruments this Monday morning. And maybe if time permits me, maybe we will do more. All right. Yeah, so before we start looking at all the serious looking, trader stuff, before we get busy, let's just sit down, for a minute and see what's actually going on. So whether you are watching this live, whether you're catching the replay later today or anytime, whether you are if you're already an experienced trader or you're completely new to this, as always, I'll say you're welcome. And actually, if you are new, today's session is probably one of those best ones for you. Okay, yes, one of those best ones for you, because I am going to try something very simple. Layman, I always love it when I do it very simple. And I'm going to take all of this complicated information, okay, then yeah, like I said, all of this complicated information, I am going to take it and then and explain it like we having like I said, layman, like as if you're having a normal conversation. Okay, yeah, something that directly, something that supports our MCF requirement, the MCF Academy, or the BeaconFX, trading of the BeaconFX Academy. Something it supports. Whatever I'm going to do today supports our requirements. Okay, so that anybody anytime that you're watching this video, maybe you're watching us live, or you're watching a replay, that leaves you with the better market understanding. Okay, and also a practical knowledge. Yeah. Okay. And if you've seen all of these things here, I'm sorry, I may not have to take it off because it means a whole lot to us here at BeaconFX. Anyways, let me quickly ask you a question. When you open a chart on a Monday morning, Although here for now we are about 3 hours past the start of the London, the London session. But you as a financial trader, when you open your chart on a Monday morning, what's the first thing you look at? What's the first thing you look at? You know, I know some people will say, "Oh, it depends on what I'm trading or what I want to trade." Some would say, "Oh, I love trading GBP, USD." Some would say, "I love trading GBP, JPY." I've seen a guy who, trades, you know, he's a very good fan of JPY. All right. Yes, a very good fan of JPY. I've seen a guy who trades GBP, I've seen people that trade only silver, and I've seen people that trade Nasdaq, okay, the NAS, Nasdaq 100, whatever it's called. Yes, Nasdaq. I've seen a lot of people that trade, what's it called? US 30. That's Dow Jones. And I've seen people who are only so keen about cryptocurrency. All right. Well, yes, some of them are also in the forex world, but they just want to, they are more focused on trading BTC USDs, or some other crypto instruments. All right. So it depends on, it depends on what you trade. Or are you one of those people that opens the chart and just starts looking for a trade? Let's be honest with ourselves. Very, very honest. Let's be very honest. Are you like, those people? All right. So, yeah, everybody's just everybody's, suddenly becoming very childish. And this is very important. Okay. This is very important. This is very, very important. Now, before I start drawing lines all over the chart, or before I start explaining or making explanations of what I really want to look at, I want to know something first. Okay, I really want to know the story first. What is the story? Because if I don't understand the story, I can draw the most beautiful chart in the world, and I will still, get completely lost. Okay, and I hope you don't want that to happen, right? Yeah. And I'm also going to go into market pulse today. Yeah, I think maybe the market pulse is actually for, not for it's not something I would just be, dabbling into all every time. There are people who really are subscribed to it. And mind you, this program, this video, this particular live stream is supported by HFM. Yeah. A broker we trusted with our own capital. And I bet you should too, because HFM is an OG in the market, an OG in the game. And HFM has been able to stand every test of time and are still standing. Yeah. So maybe I should just take the link and just put it in the live stream so you can let me just say our recommended broker. Okay. Yes, that's a link for our recommended broker. Just read through and you see why we chose to make HFM our own recommended broker. Okay. So just a moment. I'm just trying to make sure that a lot of things are put in place before. Like I said, what is the story? So let's just hold on. I'm going to be very deep with my, although yes, in a very simple form and it's very simple way, I'm going to explain what I feel about the instrument, or yes, the assets on the instrument that I choose to analyze today. So the first thing we always do is to look at, here on, at BeaconFX.trade, is to always look at what has changed in the market. Okay. So there is a what changed section for us here. What changed? Then after what changed, we also look at why it changed. Why did the market react this way, or why is the market trying to react this way? And the third thing is, what does that mean? If I say that, it means we will look at, now that we know why the market has changed, what should we actually be watching? And it's as simple as that. Have those three things in your head, then you will get to know how to be able to understand the market even the more. Very, 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 very more. Or very the more, whichever one. Okay. Now, actually, let me explain something here, because this is where a lot of new traders get confused. Never mind, I'm still looking for a proper entry. I should have done whatever I'm trying to do, so that I don't get caught up in between. But the point here is, okay, like I wanted to say, I said, let me explain something here, because this is where a lot of new traders get confused. So just hold on a minute. So while we're trying to do that, okay. from the information we have from the market pulse, and I'm just surprised that and it's funny enough that there was actually nothing that I could lay my hands upon, and the next thing was just to, I think we're going to take it easy today. That's Monday, because let's go to the all right. Of course, there are a lot of news that is actually happening, and you can see that today is Monday. Some high impact news happened at the early hours when the market started. That was late Sunday night. And if we had to even go by that, let's say New Zealand US dollar, you see, we ourselves still even have it. Like, yes, this was the news. But if you watch the recent video, the previous video before this one, I think the beginning, or at the beginning of it, it will make you to understand the level of growth which we have been able to attain or achieved, whichever one. Okay, so that is it. So let's go back to the XAU USD, because I just wanted to talk about that technical analysis. Yeah. Okay, this is today entirely. There is no high impact news except the ECB Cypolone speech, or Chipolone, whichever one. Except that is the only high impact news we have, or medium impact news that we have on Monday. Okay, so maybe that's there's nothing. I hope you've seen that. There's actually no, except this. This was just a speech. Of course, sometimes those speeches are so very powerful. Okay, but we haven't seen anything yet in the market pulse today. See, the narrative timeline for the week is empty, while the market profile regime, or market regime profile, is actually empty. All right, and so I hope you can see. I just wanted to take you along so we can see. There are a lot of other information that was supposed to be here and not actually here on the market pulse. So it's as good as let the sleeping dog lie. I don't know if that's the right, is it a phrase to add, to use to this? Okay, we are just allowing the market to rest, while maybe as we get to Tuesday. All right, this are all the news for Tuesday. Then Wednesday, we're gonna have a high impact news and a medium impact, and also another high impact news. Wow, that is two high impact news on Wednesday. And then on Thursday we have another one, and then on Friday then we have another 3, 4, 5 high impact news. So let's just keep our fingers crossed. Is it hands crossed? I have hands crossed. Okay, but as the news, as we get other information, fundamental wise, technical wise, definitely we will always be on a live stream. But the point is, if there are signals that we are taking, I am not going to be like be telling you, oh, we're currently trading this, or we're currently selling this, or we're buying this. Okay, except maybe I just want to talk about one. Okay, and I think that one will be enough for that day, even if it goes bad. But we expect that it goes, market moves in the right analyzed direction. Okay, so where are we? What have we done? What's currently going on? I am going to be analyzing the XAU USD today. Not actually analyzing, I'm just going to follow the flow. Okay, yeah, it's just to follow the flow, and as much as possible, as much as I can do, I'm going to follow a multi time frame analysis, because if you look at it, you'll see that the big picture is trying to go up, right? It's trying to actually go up. That's the big picture. The big picture is actually trying to go, but the market is not giving us a straight line. Okay, do you know why I want to do that? It's not actually giving us a straight line. All right, it's not actually giving us a straight line. And if you know why I want to do this, it's just to allow most new traders, even some intermediate traders, and also some would be intending those category also. I just want to try as much as possible to carry each and every one of them along. All right, now if you look at, see, the daily time frames is showing a bullish reversal. All right, it's showing us a bullish reversal, and not just a bullish reversal. All right, not just a bullish reversal, but if you look at it from the 4-hour time frame, now the bullish reversal comes with a strong confluence of the 5 of other displayed time frames, like displayed, like I'm reading this from the BeaconFX chart, intelligence. All right, yes. So let me just be following, or be analyzing it to you in the best way that you need to understand. Now if you look at the 4 hours, 4 hours is also, it has a bullish structure also. Okay, but looking at it, there is no price action conflict here. So that's why I would want to advise anybody looking into this to wait, just hold on. All right, now in the 1 hour time frame for XAU USD, all right, for XAU USD, I could also see a bullish expansion. All right, I could also see a bullish expansion, but it is waiting for, this kind of expansion is also waiting for the right reaction. Not really knowing to like, okay, is this enough to, continue going up, or is price trying to do an opposite or otherwise? Okay. But also in the, I know what I'm saying, I know what I'm analyzing, but in the 15-minute time frame, you would see, if you are a professional trader or an experienced, I love using the word experienced. If you are an experienced trader, 15 minutes is actually showing us, a bearish correction, or it's telling us that there's a potential for bearish correction, inside a bullish higher time frame environment. Am I correct? Am I right? Are we seeing the same thing, or are you seeing it differently? All right. Now, in the 5 minutes, the context here is bullish. Okay. The context in 5-minute time frame is actually bullish, but we could be looking for, or be watching also for maybe an imbalance, we could be waiting for, be looking for an imbalance reaction. All right. I know people will say, you're just telling us all of this. That's what I'm saying. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Now I'm explaining this. If you go to most of our trades, okay, I want to go directly. I don't want to signals history. Yes, let me go straight to history. Oh, in fact, let's do it this way. Performance. Now, if you look at the asset specialization, we are in the past, how many months? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th month here. All right. We have traded more of XAU USD than any other, assets or instrument. All right. Yes, followed by silver. Why? Because whenever we see a silver gold, trade opportunities, we always take our eyes, also set our gauge on XAGUS. That is when we see a trade signal on gold. Silver, most of the time, always follows suit. When we see a signal on silver, gold also always follows suit in the same direction. I'm just giving you an expo. So if you need to clock that, you should do that now. They're followed by, BTC USD. Okay. Yes. So let's get out of there and also quickly look at what we are analyzing. Now, if you look at the general form, here. Let's come back to where we can see this, or even where we can see something like this. That tells you gold is what? Bullish. So it means anytime we see a pullback like this, let me show it to you clearly. Like maybe there was this pullback. I'm sorry. Okay. Yes, we bought gold. There was this pullback here. We bought gold. This was a pullback. Okay. Gold is bullish. Like there was this pullback. We bought gold. I'll show you another one. In fact, there was even a pullback here. No matter how small, gold is very volatile when it, when it moves. See, these are pullbacks. These are impulsive move, like this too. This was a pullback. This was the direct. This was the real move. So let's open it up so that we can see. Okay, now you see the pullback. Sometimes you call it retracement. See, market retraces. Okay, the direction, the market direction is that gold is XAU USD is bullish. So we are always looking for pullbacks. So this has also happened in this 4-hour time frame. Now, as small as this was, from here to here, this is about 700 pips. But you were not observing, right? Okay, let's look at this from here. This was about this was about 1,350 something pips. Now the latest one was about 1,000, let's say about 2,000 pips. So far so good. All right, so gold is bullish. We are buying gold. All right, now how did you see that? I made it very simplistic, right? Very. Now the common sense I'm trying to bring out of this is that gold in the bigger picture, okay, or that the bigger structure for gold is bullish, but the market is currently negotiating. If you look at it from the 15-minute time frame that I told you, that I analyzed, is currently negotiating how it wants to get, maybe to get there, maybe to do more. So you always do what? Look for a pullback, and those pullbacks are always happening all the time. But because of our impatience as a trader, we find it very hard, very difficult to use our third eye to see, to understand the market. All right. So you see, I don't really want to maybe just come here to just start throwing big trading words or big trading opportunities at you. Opportunities will come even if there is no news that will favor or that will push the market still moves. Okay, so that's why you see we've gone to the market pulse to see that market pulse is not populating or generating or giving us there is actually no news, no strong standard news today, even a medium impact news, not even a medium impact news that will help us to navigate the market the way we want to navigate it here at BeaconFX.trade. All right, but yes, we can still use our third eye to still look at the market and be like, yes, I think this is what the market is trying to do. Okay, overall, this is what has been happening. This is what we should wait for. So if there is a reversal here, sometimes we still could catch an MCF reversal here. Yes, we can catch an MCF reversal. So once we do, we take it all. Yeah, MCF reversal, MCF pullback. You know, all of this, still happens. So that's it. So this is actually what BeaconFX is trying to do, because I'll say that it's not that we are not interested in looking, at a candle and saying, oh, that's a big green candle, buy. It's a big no here. We always try to want, traders to understand the story behind, the candle. Yes, when you see a long candle or a very tall candle, make long candle that is buying or selling, there is always a story behind that. And that is how far we have been able to go. So go to the Market Intelligence 4.0 when you sign up. It's just so very easy. Just click on intelligence. It takes you to Market Intelligence here. You get to see the powerhouse, the work as it is being done here. Okay, so I think that's it. Yeah, like I said earlier on, truly you get to see what you get to ask yourself, what is the bigger market structure saying, like we just did for XAU USD. You get to ask yourself questions like, what is the shorter time frame also saying, like I also just did or recently just did. Now, where's liquidity? Is the market expanding? Is it correcting? Is the market actually confirming what we think? Above that, nobody has the monopoly. That doesn't mean we have the monopoly to the market. Okay, we are only using what we have to get what we want. I have always said that. Yeah, our knowledge, our experience, our methodology, our technique, our system, is just to get the little we need to get in the market. You can't control the market. Okay. Yeah. Very simple, right? Okay. I can take you also back like this to show you maybe from a 5-minute time frame. All right, to take you from the 5 minutes. If you still look at it, you can still confidently say that gold is bullish, right? Yes, look at it. Gold is bullish. Confidently, you can still say that gold is bullish. All right. Okay. Said it. I'm just trying to see. Okay. I'm trying to look at the invalidation level here. Which is around here. I'm just going to draw this. And also the buy side liquidity. All right. I'm also going to still do the same thing, but it's going to be longer, a little bit longer. Okay. So like I said earlier on, just watch for an imbalance reaction here. Okay. Okay, I've drawn these two lines, and also we still have this line that I drew earlier on, saying maybe if there is a pullback, a retracement from around where price currently is here, you know, that would be very, very good. So the 5-minute chart is telling us that the context is bullish. You can see that. See, yes, it's bullish. Look at that. It's bullish. If I want to do that or say that in a simple way, I would say that the structure or the short-term structure is still trying to point upward. That's why you see market is still, very, very hesitant, still trying to find its way upward. Okay, if we go to, let's do it this way. Okay, I hope you're learning. All right, now you see this is today. This is where the day started here, and if you calculate from here, anywhere from around here to where price currently is, some people would have nicked or nailed about 400 to about 500 pips today. That's understanding how the market works, so understanding the market's direction. So the market is still trying to point upward, but look at something, very, very interesting. Let me show it to you. I know some will be like, why is he just drawing lines? Is it not about this? Is it not about that? Okay. See, even though the market is still trying to point up, another interesting thing is why you're seeing all of this. Where is the start? Okay, I'm going to use here, and I'm also going to use, okay, I'm going to use this high and this low here, then draw this line. So we'll be able to use that. Now see, it's saying that when you see this ranged or ranging market here, or the market is actually consolidating, okay, see, it's saying that sellers are also showing up, trying to do what? Push the markets down. But don't immediately hear the word sellers and think, oh, the whole thing has turned bearish. No, it has not. Don't, because I said that, and start thinking that that's what's happening. Now, just let me give you an example. Imagine you are driving and in front of you is a hill. Okay, in front of you is a hill. I'll use this as a hill. Like you're driving and in front of you is a hill. You have to climb. Okay, this is you driving. And in front of you is a hill. You have to climb this hill like this. Okay. Now, as a driver, you would not suddenly decide to drive downhill. Okay, because you know that you are still going. The reason is because you know that you are still going uphill. There's a hill in front of you. You will not, because of that, turn back and feel like, oh yeah, let me, I can't climb this hill. You are driving, you have a destination. So that's you just dealing with something in front of you, the hill. then I'll say that is how I want you to look at this on the chart. From the daily that we've looked at to the 4 hours, we looked at the 1 hour, we looked at the 15 minutes, and also the 5 minutes. That's how I want you to look at it. Now, the system or the chart is saying that we should, maybe watch out for imbalance reaction or something. Like this is thought, and I'll say that. I don't know how to say that. Some people will call it FVG. That's a fair value gap reaction. Okay, but I don't want to be mentioning all of that. I don't want to scare you. Now think of it as an area where price moved through. It moved, very quickly. Like, okay, yes, I give an okay. Price moved very quickly, but we're looking for a bullish, fair value gap. All right. Okay, this bottom and this top. Price moved very quickly. Let's go take our class if you need a thorough explanation on this. I'm just trying to, okay. Yeah, like I said, price moved very quickly, and the system is actually telling. Once you see that, the system is actually saying, don't, hey, don't pursue, don't chase price just because it's moving. Watch what happens if price comes back into this area. It happened here. I'm going to give you a short one, a very short one. Look at this. All right, this bottom, and also, okay, I'm also going to use this one. Okay, now look at these two areas here. This empty area here of this bottom and this top here is an FVG. It's an, some will call it imbalance or something. Okay, now look at what price did. Adibin price was directional. It was, selling. Price went down a little bit, but came back in and reacted also around this place, this point, this up and down here, this empty up, this space, just from here to this place. Look at what price it. Okay, now that's what I'm trying to explain to you. All right, that is what we keep getting. That is what the market keeps saying. That's how it keeps interpreting it to us. So many things I want to talk about, but I won't be able to do all today, except I have to make these live streams to be very, very long. All right, so we are looking for an FVG, right, or an imbalance. So based on the system that we have, or yes, based on all of our system, the system is not actually telling us, it's not screaming, it's not saying go, buy now, buy now, buy now. We know the market is bullish, right? But it's actually saying wait. Based on this analysis, wait for the reaction, not a reaction, the reaction. Okay, and that is what our market control framework stands for here at BeaconFX. Now, if we go to the 15-minute time frame, I don't know if we are going to get all of this thing right, or have to redraw again. Let's go to 15-minute time frame. I'm expecting price to actually, fall a little bit. Yeah, a retracement, a pullback, whichever one. So we move from the 5 minutes to the 15 minutes, so that I can also show or say one or two things about what I feel about the market. But if I look at it, clearly on the 15 minutes, it's actually saying something different. Okay. And I know that somebody watching this could say, or could easily say, oh, wait a minute, 5 minutes was bullish. Now 15 minutes, can 15 minutes be bearish? Or which one are we supposed to believe, or which one are we supposed to trade? And this is exactly why looking at only one time frame can get a trader or so many traders into trouble. Okay, so based on what I have seen or what I believe, okay, the 15-minute time frame is just telling us right now that our price is correcting. Correcting is, we know the main trend or the market direction is bullish. Okay, yes, market is bullish, but it's 15 minutes is actually just giving us or showing that to us that yes, price is correcting. So the question is not, is gold bullish or bearish? Please note that the better question we should be asking ourselves is bullish on what time frame, bearish on what time frame. All right, now I think I should do this too. If a market is correcting like this, although we know that the market is bullish, okay, yes, I've talked about it earlier on, but if a market is now correcting or retracing, it's in a very simple or layman's term, I could say that the market is just taking a step back. That's why they say correcting or correction. Okay, you were driving up the hill, or you were walking up a staircase. Okay, maybe step by step you were climbing, and maybe you then pause a little bit, then maybe you now, after pausing a little bit, you then move slightly back, then continue. So that little move backward doesn't automatically mean the person has, or that you were climbing the staircase, or that you were driving up the hill, that you have decided to go downstairs. Okay, so it's just the same thing here. Now look at it. Price was going, moved all the way up. Okay, moved a little bit from here to here. Okay, we have a little retracement, a little correction, moved here too. There was another correction, moved here. There was another correction and moved here. We might be experiencing another correction there. Now, where are we and what are we saying? So we can also go to the 1 hour time frame to see. Just like I said earlier on. Okay, I just drew this, hoping that okay, it should the retracement happen, or should the correctional move happen, price may, I'm expecting maybe price may just could price move down to this level, this liquidity cap here, right? But in the 1 hour time frame, if you look at it, the chart says that we are in a bullish scenario. Okay, so what do we have? 5 minutes has a bullish context, it's actually waiting. 15 minutes has a bearish correction, and 1 hour has a bullish expansion. Now, do you see this story? Yeah, that's the story. So this is where you have to look at the chart keenly. Keenly. Take it as a business. Understand, what works, why it works, what changed, why it changed, then what are we expecting. Those three words, those three statements. But the question here is, looking at the chart, would you call this a reversal yet, or would you call it a pullback? All right, is this a reversal? If it wants to happen, if price starts coming down, is it a pullback? Is it a reversal? Please, if you're watching, just type something on the screen. Okay, I don't even have to wait. Nobody wants to answer this morning. Okay, let's keep going. In the 4-hour time frame, haven't gotten any signal. I just have to let's just continue to do what we are doing. Yeah, let's just quickly continue. Let's continue with what we're doing. I'll just hold on a bit. Anyway, to me, 4-hour is always regard the 4-hour time frame here at BeaconFX.trade as the most important screen. This is where we try as much as possible to do something very important on each and every of these assets or this instrument that you see here. Okay. If you're looking at the XAU USD, we're seeing that the structure is actually completely saying bullish. Okay, but the market itself, okay, let me just close this and let me just close this. The market itself is trying to grind downward. Okay, like the great Forex trader Anton Crail will say, conflict of interest. So what does it tell us to do? To wait. All right, the major direction is bullish, but the market, is the price is actually conflicting what we have understood the market to be, that the market is bullish. Okay, so we hold on a bit and just wait. So it's here. This is one of the things I really want people to understand about trading. When you need to have an intelligence. Your intelligence, your IQ, your intelligence, really, need to be extra sharp. So much that you know, sometimes the best information, you can receive is not buy. Okay. It's not sell. All right. Okay. I'll see you in the next one. I think there are some few things we need to quickly make adjustment to.